Look at that, Joe. This is not a stairway to heaven. It's a stairway to hell.
I know. Do you know what? This was bad before it was cold, before the grab. Nicely done, Colin. Power boy, power boy.
This is terrible, this place. Look at the mushrooms growing in the floor system.
Come on,
this
Randy.
For a day one, this is probably the worst demo day ever known to man.
That's $86,500 before we've even started to build the place.
This is a house of rot.
So Cabin Pressure season number 3 previewed last night on Cottage Life, and it's always fun for us to see what you do in these disaster situations. I mean, part of it is the drama of it all, but part of it is really, what is the solution
What
here?
do we do? We run screaming from the drama. Do you know, you'd have thought by now, Tracy, that we would have learned our lesson and bought a cabin that was ready to move into, but that doesn't really work for Cabin Pressure, our show.
Right.
It's all about turning something that's really rough into something that's really gorgeous. And this season it's a little different. We're creating the perfect rental retreat so that other people that don't have a cottage can come and stay there for a few days, for a little week, and experience the C and J magic. But oh my goodness, what a journey.
It makes a lot of sense because a lot of us, my family included, we rent cottages. We don't own a cottage. So every summer we'll be looking for rent.
We'll do you a good deal.
Yeah, give me a good deal, would you? So it's very smart to talk about that. Now let's talk about getting that cottage from a 2-star to a 5-star so that everybody's going to want to rent your cottage and have a great time there. We've got some great befores and afters that you guys have done, and I think we love seeing these transformations. So you say you've got to improve your curb or your lake appeal, as you'd have it.
You know, I think if you're renting something, you know, imagine you saw a photograph of it, you know, online. It was in a kind of brochure. Would you want to actually check into that cabin, which was kind of creepy looking?
Right.
You know, so if you actually look at the after of that, we've extended it. We put a sunroom on the side.
Look at
some
that.
new cladding in there.
Look at that. Absolutely amazing. And the curb appeal through the roof.
But, you know, you only get one chance to make a first impression, so make it a good one.
Make it a good one. I love that. Now, you say adding a sunroom is a good thing to do. We've got a picture to show you about that. So you've added a sunroom here. Look at the amount of light in that space.
Do you know, it's incredible. This is the first time, really, that you're seeing this because this is part of season 3, which airs later in the run.
Nice.
But we've been working with an amazing Canadian company called Sunspace.
Yeah.
And in association with another company called Discovery Dream Homes, we built that incredible sunroom.
Wow.
And I think as an asset in a cottage, it's one of the things that you have to have on your tick list, because if it's not quite nice enough to be outdoors, or if it's a bit buggy, you want to be indoors but still feeling that you're outdoors. So we created that space with all that in mind.
That's the whole point of a cottage. You want to see the trees, you want to see the leaves, you want to see the lake, even when you can't be out there because you're going to be eaten alive.
You are.
Yeah.
You want to be able to still see it, so it makes sense to have as much natural light as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants those bug suits.
Oh, they're never a good look.
Just
No,
like,
thank you.
hello, weirdy.
No, weirdo. Let's talk about looking comfortable. You want a cottage that actually looks that you can hang out and be comfy and cozy in it. We've got a shot of a master bedroom now, and it looks like the sort of place that you want to cozy up in.
Well, you know, adding rooms adds kind of like value. So that was a bunk room with 4 beds in there, you know, and I think that's important if you're trying to get more cash for your rental. If there are more beds in there and you're not putting people on the sofa, then that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a very good thing. And then everybody's going to want to rush to hang out with you guys.
Exactly.
Create a big sharing kitchen. We have a before. Let's take a look at the before of this kitchen. So a kitchen's a big place at the cottage because I don't know about you guys. I go to the cottage and I want to eat.
Of course, let's do it and drink.
I want to eat and drink.
Don't we all?
Yeah, come on.
That's sort of what you do at the cottage, right? You eat, you drink, you have fun, people hang out in the kitchen. That was the before. Let's take a look at what you did with this kitchen. Oh my goodness, this is a kitchen that you would see in any modern home.
You know what, again, this is the very first time that you're seeing this kitchen on Canadian television because
sneak
the
peek.
kitchen reno features further into the run.
Yeah.
But we don't always spend a lot of money. It's about how much time you spend rather than how much money. And that, believe it or not, is an IKEA kitchen in drag. We've taken an IKEA kitchen, we've added Caesar top counters, we've added Caesar stone counters rather, and we've added the most incredible detailing. We actually trimmed that kitchen out with the dock that we dragged out of the lake before putting a new dock in. So waste not, want not. So you'll see all our little kind of clever cash conscious makes.
So economical, and why not have a beautiful kitchen up at the cottage? It makes perfect sense.
It really does, because that's the time when you really chill out. You've come in from the water, or you've come in from your walk, and you want to get the food down your neck.
Yeah, you
and
do.
you want to open the 12th bottle of wine, right? And
Yes,
that's where you do it in a kitchen like that.
Okay, the other thing you want to sort of bring up the amenities on your space. You want to make sure the visitor experience is as enhanced as possible. So when your visitors come, you don't want them to see this. So this is an outhouse, a bunkie. Like, what is that?
That's what we call a creepy killer woodshed. Oh yeah, I want to go in there because you'll never come back. So we got rid of that. It was a beautiful corner of the garden that gets the evening sun.
Right.
And so should we give you a peek of what it actually transformed into?
This is what you made it.
So there it is.
Oh my goodness, that's a huge hot tub there.
That
you
is
can't see
a
that.
big cedar barrel hot tub. Canadian hot tubs put that in there, and a cedar sauna as well, an outdoor shower. You know, and that's the thing. If you were actually renting out a property, that's what you would want, isn't it? You'd think, okay, I want to end the evenings there, chill out, really kick back.
That
so
is
you know,
a huge
so it's well worth
improvement.
it. If you're trying to go from 2-star to 5-star, anything you can do to enhance the experience will be a good thing.
I also like this picture of the dock because you just see the gorgeousness of it, the symmetry of it. Yeah, you see the two beautiful canoes, and when someone walks onto a cottage space and they see that, they think, I'm here for vacation.
I think they do. And
this is going to be a relaxing week. It's going to be amazing.
The dock's a really critical part of the whole cottage experience.
It is.
If you've got waterfront, you want to get your friends up on their canoes or their kayaks or their boats. So we built a 3-level dock with fixed panels and floating panels. And you can see that there. Just jumped on screen for a second. It's all about entertaining outdoors when the weather is good enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll see, we had such fun with this cabin, such incredible fun.
After all the work you've done on these cabins, do you still want to stay at the cottage?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Come on.
I'm just wondering if you're like, I'm done with the cottage.
Oh no, cottage. You cut us open and we bleed cottage juice.
Yeah, exactly. Maple syrup comes out of these little things.
Maple syrup and cottage juice. I love it.